Windy City series. It's currently on Kindle Unlimited. Everyone raves about this series. So that's an insight into what we're doing this week. If you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Meg. You probably are new because first video with a bit of a re-theme. I'm going to talk about everything reading, books, book related, Kindle related, hobbies. And that's, as I said in the beginning, I am starting the Windy City series. I say I'm starting. I am on book 3, Caught Up. I have read Mile High. My review for that is on TikTok. My initial first thoughts were not my favourite. But The Right Move is the second one. Really enjoyed that. It's a fake dating trope. I live for a fake dating trope. And they moved in. And it's her best friend's brother. I'm on Caught Up, which is book 3. But I will give you, during this video, I will give you my thoughts on all of them. This is my first reading vlog. It is my first video in the new direction that I've kind of gone away from weekly vlogs. How far even am I? The Windy City series is currently on Kindle Unlimited. I have a Kindle Unlimited subscription. Well, I'm on the free trial that I got from, because when you buy a Kindle, well, when I bought mine, you could get so many months free trial. So that is what I'm doing. I'm 28% of the way through Caught Up, which is about Miller, who is Coach Monty's daughter, who we haven't met in the previous books, and Kai, who we did meet in the previous books, who is a single dad who keeps firing all his nannies. And so his coach turns around and is like, look, you're going to hire my daughter because you can't fire her because you like me. So she's a bit of a firecracker so far, and he's got a right stick up his backside. So yeah, so that is where I'm currently at. Now, enough about me rambling on. I'm going to read this.
No, I didn't say we were going to town.
Duh. I thought I would do a bit of a reading update while doing a bit of skincare because my skin is so dry. It is like 2 days since my last... God, it feels a bit like Books Anonymous, Readers Anonymous. I'm Meg and it has been 2 days since my last reading update. But yeah, it's been a few days since my last reading update. I went to Mum's yesterday, had my hair cut, and just added some highlights in. So, I love it. What was I going to say? So, I've got a bit further in Caught Up. I am towards the end. It is a Sunday, so I'm having a chill day. Hence, I would say hence the non-high-end t-shirt, but anyone who knows me knows I ain't gonna dress up just to go on camera. And I don't iron. But no. So yeah, I'm towards the end and it's getting to the point where now, like, obviously she's leaving. And I've not enjoyed this one as much as the second one because in one way it's nice because they both know what they mean to each other from like the very beginning. They fall in love quite quick, and I feel like they both realise that quite quick, and And they both kind of know how the other one feels. And it's very different because obviously she's still adamant to leave and go and do her job, which is good because she's got a high paying job and it's not the women that should always be leaving. But yeah, so she's just left and like she is gonna stick it out. And obviously they're gonna end up together, but it's the how. It's quite interesting. So I am looking forward to finishing this one. And I won't say I hated it, I won't say I didn't like it, but at the series in a whole, I may have even preferred the first. No, I didn't prefer the first one. I can't get over my thoughts on the first one, which we'll talk about now. I forgot one of the things I actually have to do is organise this bookshelf because it doesn't always look like this. But I got these two from a charity shop. They need somewhere to go because the artwork. But that's normally my cowboy shelf. Right, I have sorted it. This is my cowboy / Rapunzel shelf. Although they're not cowboys, they are, I think firefighters. Not sure. And technically, he wasn't a cowboy, but it fits. I'll show you where I've put the other two now. So that is where I've stuck these two. I got these in a charity shop the other week for £2 each. One is a fairy loot. I think Bonesmith is fairy loot. And the sun and the, I think it's called the Sun and the Moon. The one underneath is a Luma crate. I kind of wanted Bonesmith so that the artwork, the sprayed edge was showing, but I love the cover as well. I don't know. I wonder if I change that. So it's that way. I'm not sure if I prefer it that way or the other way. We'll try it that way for now. I'm just hoping it doesn't fall off. But I have no other room. My first jelly cat. I have no other room. Although I won't be saying that next time I'm in a bookshop, but I wonder if I could just... No, it won't turn anymore. I don't know if I preferred it the other way. I'm going to stand here to do this little like reading update review bit, and obviously I have my council, what I call the Council of Mickeys. Books are down there. I finished Caught Up. I finished it last night. 4 stars, not my favourite. I think I just loved The Right Move so much that this felt like a bit of a downgrade from that. It was fun. It was alright. The next book, however, is Play Along, and it's Isaiah Rhodes. And I started a few chapters last night. I am loving Isaiah and Kennedy's story. Like, there's so much to Kennedy that I didn't know from the other books, like her family background. And the fact that Isaiah's colourblind, and like that was never mentioned. It's not mentioned a few chapters in. You kind of notice a few things, like he mentions a few times, and you're like, is he colourblind? He's colourblind. So that's new and interesting. But their story is a fake. I love a fake dating. This is a like marriage of convenience or marriage of arrangement. Really, they get drunk and get married in Vegas and decide to stick with it to save her job. And I really like that in a book. So I'm loving this one so far. I've just done my... put my arm out there. I could set up my tripod, but that would involve pre-planning. I've just done my review for... I've just filmed my review for The Right Move and Caught Up on TikTok. That tends to be where I do individual reviews. This is kind of just a what I read in a week kind of short little review clips. But no, yeah, Caught Up was 4 stars. I enjoyed it, just was not my favourite. Play Along seems to be, so far, I'm about 20% in. Really enjoying it. And yeah, so I haven't done any reading today. I need to change that. I'm going to do some reading later. But that's where I am with the Windy City series, which is we've only got 1 book after this. And then I was going to read the newest book she's come out with, but I've heard that that's part of a different series, even though it's a spin-off from the Windy City series. And that is not doing anything for my, 4 chins. That angle. My arm's going up like dead though. So I'm not gonna, I think in this week's, I think the Windy City series is going to be enough sports romance. I have had a free sample approved for Phantasma. That has been on my TBR, I need to get that and read that for over a year now. So I might read that. I am going to go and have a coffee and read a few more chapters of Play Along. I did fall asleep, I think, in the middle of a chapter. No, I did start a chapter. But so far I feel like a lot has gone on, but at the same time not a lot. At the moment we're just hearing a lot of backstory from both characters. But her family's rich, which I didn't see that coming at all. And the fact that her last engagement was an engagement of arrangement. And then she went and got eloped to Vegas. It's tequila. Nothing good ever happens from tequila. I'm going to go and have a coffee and read that now. And I've chosen a new filming location. So let's see how that works out. I have finished the Windy City series by Liz Tomforde. And I have some thoughts. Not all great. Did this live up to the hype? No, I don't think it did. This is a interconnected sports romance series, and there were some books I liked, some books I just didn't love, and some books I really loved. Which you could argue makes for a good series. It just didn't live up to its expectations that I had for it. Now, I don't know whether I ended up on the wrong side of TikTok, but absolutely every video I saw, people were raving about these books. They loved them. They were their god tier sports romance books. Now, the DC Stars series by Chelsea Curto is my god tier hockey romance, and these books did not compare. As far as the found family and the way the characters interconnect into each book, I really enjoyed that. The spicy levels of the book, really enjoyed them too. Some of the scenes I really liked, but the storylines just didn't, in my opinion, some of the storylines didn't back up for how good the spicy scenes were. It needs to have everything to make it a good book. Now, the first one, Mile High, was not my favourite. I do genuinely think if the second half hadn't have picked up the way it did, I would have probably DNF'd the whole series. I just did not like it. I didn't enjoy the storyline. I didn't enjoy the main female character. I didn't enjoy a lot. Going on to I did enjoy Xander's carried that book. He carried that book. If his character wasn't so great, would have hated the book. Second book then, The Right Move. I really liked. I loved actually. My favourite book of the series. It is a fake dating trope with forced proximity, and I loved I love a fake dating trope, and I love a false proximity. So it just had all the things I like. I like the storyline. I like how both characters had trauma that they were dealing with, and they helped each other deal with it in their own ways. I loved Indy as a character. She's just a hopeless romantic, and I loved it. And I loved their relationship. I loved their storyline. It was my first basketball romance as well. Really enjoyed. Just 5 stars. Loved. The third book then, which is, which one's it? Caught Up. Now, Caught Up is Kai and Miller's story. He's a single dad. She's the nanny, but she's also the coach's daughter. So there's a bit of like, I enjoyed this book. It was a solid 4 stars. I didn't enjoy it as much as The Right Move, but I did enjoy it more than the first book. So this was nice. I would recommend. You're going to enjoy it. If you read it, you're going to enjoy it. It's not going to be great, but you're going to enjoy it. There is some funny moments. There are some cute moments. There are some spicy moments. It's an all-rounder of a book. And I really liked it. The next book then, Isaiah and Kennedy's Play Along. One of my favourites. I just love this. I like the representation of colourblindness in it. That was good. The way they got married in Vegas. I really enjoyed that. I mean, it's a fake wedding, so it's like a fake dating trope, but next level. I loved how we didn't really know. We thought we knew about these 2 characters going into the book, but there was a lot hidden behind the surface. And he fell for her. He was pining for this girl for years. And it took her so long to finally realise, oh, hang on. I have feelings for him too. It was cute. Their relationship was cute. That goes on to one of my top favourites. The next book, then Rewind It Back, I didn't enjoy. It's the last book, and it's Friends to Lovers, which I never enjoy. I don't enjoy a Friends to Lovers trope. So I was kind of a bit negative going into it. Friends to Lovers is just not my thing. It's not what I enjoy reading about. I didn't enjoy the characters. I didn't enjoy the storyline. I felt like they didn't talk to each other for years over something that to me seemed very just not worth it. The way these 2 characters acted in the beginning of seeing each other, there should have been more of a breakup, more of a traumatic breakup. To me, the reason they stopped talking was not worth the 6 years of not speaking to each other, not having anything to do with each other, moving to different. It didn't make sense. It was very far-fetched. And although the thing with the music was cute at times, it was also a bit far-fetched. It was far-fetched. It was a 3.5 stars. It wasn't worth it. They acted like they absolutely hated each other's guts. You would have thought he had killed her puppy, the way those 2 acted. And literally, it was because of some silly argument between their parents. It was stupid. I just didn't enjoy it. If you hadn't noticed, was not my favourite. So my conclusion is, if you are going to pick up the Mile High series, go into it with not the expectations that TikTok has set. People have put this as their top tier series. It's really not. In my opinion, it's not. My favourite, the ones I would suggest you definitely do read and definitely are worth it are Right Move, Caught Up. No, actually, Right Move and Play Along. Caught Up is a good one if you like. Caught Up is alright. It was okay. The Right Move can go in, not The Right Move. That was the one I liked. Mile High can go in the bin. Literally. Along with Rewind It Back. I mean go in the bin as like a metaphor. I obviously I don't. They're not trash. They're not terrible. I've read worse books. And this may just be I have a bit of a thing against the two books. I don't know. I just did not enjoy them. At the end of the day, if you've got Kindle Unlimited, definitely give the series a go. If you're really into sports romances, give the series a go. Definitely check the tropes and read the ones that you like the look of. But as a whole series, no, you definitely don't need to read everyone. It's definitely not worth all the hype it's getting. And it hasn't made me excited for the recent release either, which is I can't remember the name of. Anyway, I'm going to close up this really long-winded video, which has been over a week to 2 weeks in the making of basically me saying in the end, no, I didn't really enjoy these. There's been a lot better books. If you are looking for a hockey romance series that I do recommend, that is the DC Stars series by Chelsea Curto. It's currently on Kindle Unlimited, although the Kindle books are only about £3 each. 100% recommend. This has been my first, starting off on a bit of a negative foot, but my first reading vlog back to YouTube with this new aesthetic. If you want to see anything cozy vibes, reading and some nostalgic gaming thrown in the mix, subscribe, press the like button. Don't know why I went to do that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hype is a thing now, apparently. And leave your comments below. Did you read this series? Did you think it was worth the hype? Argue with me. Why did you think it was worth the hype? What books would you want me to review next? And what would you like to see on the channel? I'm always up for suggestions. And that's it. See you next week. Bye.